What's up, traders? 5 total trades today. Not feeling myself. Let's get to it. All right, traders. So we're just going to jump right into it because I definitely forgot to hit the record button today. Everything was running late. I'm also not feeling well. Potty training the little one. He's still home today. He has a doctor's appointment. So just a lot was going on this morning, still is. And yeah, forgot to hit the record button. There really wasn't too much to show you today except me getting faked out quite a lot. And so yeah, we'll just kind of recap it real quick. So AMKR. This was a pretty good entry on this one, and we got a pretty good flush, but we were obviously looking for more here. We were looking for VWAP. We were looking for previous resistance down here at 1263, and we just couldn't get it. So we realized that it was coming back up, and we jumped out. We ended up being right. Came up, made a new high, and it started to make a little descending triangle here. So we decided to jump in for that, and unfortunately we were wrong. Got stopped out pretty quickly. And then we jumped over to TUP. This one made a nice little move. We've started to get that breakdown. We jumped in for that, and unfortunately, it was a fake out. It faked us out. Decided to go a little bit higher. Went high of day. As it faked me out, I was like, okay, well, we'll let it do its thing, and we'll go back over to AMKR just to see what that's doing. And I don't even know why I took this trade. I guess I was just, like I said, I wasn't trading very well, but I jumped into this with a stop order. I actually put a stop below these candles here. You see 21, 21. So I put a stop in at 1220 or 1320, I should say. And we got the fill, and it started to come back down. But immediately, once I saw all this volume come in on that candle, that's a good sign that it does not want to come down. It's basically saying you're going the wrong way. And so probably should have just jumped out of this, but instead, like I said, was not trading well this morning. Let this start to go back up towards high of day. Realized it started to top out here, so I actually added to my position and was going to just risk high of day. Tried to come back down, couldn't quite get to here, and we decided to just kind of play the pivot up here at 28. And so we put our order at 29, and we actually got filled at 29. So now, keep in mind, too, I wasn't using my button because the market just did not feel right this morning. I don't even know how to explain it, but my intuition was that there just wasn't really that many good moves happening. There wasn't a lot to look at, and I felt like I was kind of forcing my trades. I also wasn't feeling well, also wasn't 100% focused, so I decided to make sure that I was keeping it, reined in. And so we took smaller share size than we would have if we were using the button. And I think we used 100 shares of pretty much everything today. Yeah, everything we hit was 100 shares except for this cover here, which was for 200 because we scaled in. And our last trade was actually one that worked out, MLCO. This one popped up through previous resistance, started to top out here, and as we were getting the breakdown, we jumped in through the break of that candle at 66. We were actually looking for 65, but you could tell it rejected on this minute candle before a couple times trying to get back higher. So once we saw 66 on the bid, we hit it, and this thing worked out pretty quickly. Gave us half of that move back. It went right down to yesterday's high, also at the $0.50. We actually put an order out at 1553. And we got filled as it went down to 1552, and then it bounced all the way back up through 1560, all the way back up here. And then it eventually and you can tell because of the green candle, this one actually opened up there at 1555. And it slowly worked its way back down and then eventually squeezed back up. And I actually thought about jumping back in on the break of this candle at 1661, looking for this move back down because look at the volume. Made a huge move like that on almost no volume. So the odds are that this thing was going to come back down. Let's see, 1053, which one of these? So it was this one. So the volume was nowhere near the kind of volume it had on the move up. So that was a good sign that this was not going to continue. And that we were most likely going to get this kind of a pullback. So I thought about getting back in, but like I said, I really wasn't feeling it. I was happy to just kind of get a move. This is what we're actually looking for in most cases. And let's see, we're actually risking, 66. The high was 74. So we were risking 8 cents and we ended up covering for 53 from 66, so we made 13 cents. So we made more than 1-to-1 on this, which is always good. Didn't quite get us back green. Like I said, we weren't using the button. We were just kind of risking smaller size because, like I said, wasn't feeling the market. I'm not feeling good. So sometimes you just have to know yourself a little bit and scale it down. And it just so happens that today we were a little bit right, especially just lately. Even last week, we're not getting the full pullbacks to VWAP in a lot of these cases. TUP, very frustrated. I meant to mention this earlier too, that if we would have had this up, this is exactly what we were talking about when you get those fake outs. When it pushes through high of day, you don't really get a lot of volume there, so the odds are you're going to get that pullback. It tried to go back up to high of day on this candle here, couldn't quite get there, gets rejected. You look for the entry below that area, that 1005 area, and this would have been a really good one. And it did finally come back down the VWAP. It's a little unfortunate that we got in on the first one where it faked us out, but hey, we're looking for this move here on the first leg down, but sometimes this is going to happen and you have to pay attention to it. And there was a trade last week where this exact thing happened and we actually got back in and not only got our money back but some. It was RCL, now that I'm thinking about it. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget that we're actually going to do a live stream tomorrow morning. Last minute may be canceled depending on how I feel. I'm actually going to go nap with the little one today, so hopefully I can shake whatever this is. I've had it for going on 2 weeks, but today I feel like it really hit me. And so hopefully we can get rid of it and we can still do the live stream tomorrow morning. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you aren't already. Always appreciate the support. If you have any questions or comments, leave those down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.